Talk this week. I'm CJ Whisnant.
And I'm Maddie Palmer.
And today we have a South-specific episode for you guys. And Maddie, want to take it away?
I'm going to start off with South Soccer, and they beat Liberty North last night. I went up for a little bit. I didn't see the whole game, but I know the second half we were up 2-0. In that way, right?
Yeah.
The boys played really well, but then they play tomorrow at 12:30 against Park Hill. And the thing is about that, I was talking to some of the soccer boys this morning. Josh Hall actually has to go to his brother's wedding, so he won't be there. So I'm sure they'll all still play their best for him, but
yeah, that takes a big weapon away from South. He had the one goal for South that won the game against Park Hill last time, so hopefully we can find someone else to replace him. And the South tennis girls actually won districts on Wednesday. Shay Jackson and Rachel Brown are going to sectionals in doubles, and they have to win their first game and then win the sectional finals to go to state. And then Adele Royal and Suzanne Brown are going for singles, and the same deal for them. Adele went to state last year, and hopefully she can have some other girls join her this time.
Last night, South Volleyball beat Whisnant West, and then we play Park Hill on Tuesday. It was actually the conference championship last night, because we'll more than likely beat Park Hill on Tuesday, and then we have Truman to end up our conference play. But last night was a good test for us because at the beginning of the first game, we were down 7-3. So that's one thing about this team that the volleyball team has this year that we haven't had in past. Is just like we have confidence at all times at our games. So whenever we are down like that, we always try to come out on top still. And then on Tuesday, that is a Dig for a Cure game. And we were selling shirts a couple weeks ago, but all the shirts are going to, the money for the shirts are going to Coach Twigo's wife, and then there's 2 other foundations that we're giving it to, and then we'll be playing on Tuesday with pink balls, and we'll have pink jerseys, and we're going to be throwing out pink balls to the student section. So it'll be a big deal, and it's a ton of fun, and it's here at South.
It'll be fun, especially since it's Park Hill. And even though it's a big rivalry between the two schools, it's good that we're coming together for the cancer cause and doing this Dig for a Cure game. South football, last week lost to Lee Summit West. Many people say they're the best team in 5A in Missouri. And on Friday night, it actually got postponed at halftime due to the weather. It got postponed to Sunday because the refs could not do it on Saturday, and we ended up having different refs anyway, so I don't know why it mattered. And we kind of had some momentum on Friday, and towards the end of the first half, the Lee Summit West coaches were trying to get the game to be postponed anyways, so they even knew that they were going to be down due to our momentum at the end of the half, and we ended up losing 42-21 on Sunday. But it was a good test for us. Offense has to figure some things out, but tonight we play St. Joe Central, and that should be a really good game. We're both evenly matched. They play the equally hard teams as us, and it's going to be a good game.
What was it like? Like, I know that a couple of us were talking about on Sunday when we got there early before the game, like how hard it must have been to warm up for a game that you were losing to already. Yeah, as a player, like what was that like?
Like having like the pretty much 48-hour delay it was different because I know you got 20 minutes, you go talk to your coaches real quick, and like you can figure some things out and scheme differently. But since we had 2 days in between, we were able to figure things out on how to stop their best plays, and they did the same to us. But at the same time, their offense was figuring out ways to get around like our weaknesses on defense and vice versa. And I mean, it's especially going in with a 7-0 hole. Yeah. It's because you're trying to get a turnover the first drive, and that didn't happen for us. They scored, and then just kind of went downhill from there because the offense had turnovers and wasn't really that.
And I'm sure it was hard. Like you were wanting to have the mindset of okay, all 4 quarters, but then you were like, oh, well, this game's almost over.
Yeah, and especially like. Since like Friday night games are different than like any other game you'll ever play in your life, like just because of the atmosphere and like all the fans, and we didn't have all that on Sunday at all.
Yeah, it was more like a 7-on-7 tournament or something.
You guys were like a JV game. It wasn't the support that we had wasn't that great, but it's not the reason we lost. But it kind of helps with the momentum that we had on Friday going into the second half.
Yeah, and that's one thing that I encourage like. As for being an athlete, and like all students to do, is they think some people are just, I don't know if it's like the lack of school spirit or you just don't want to come. Fans don't understand how much of a difference they really do make. So this is the time of the year. If you haven't been coming all fall, come now to these sporting events. Now we're going to go into South softball, and they are playing districts right now. They've been playing this week, and they beat Oak Park on Wednesday night, and then they'll play Platte County next. I know they're a good team. They do some really good things, but I was talking to some of the softball girls, and they just want to be more consistent, and I think that's their goal for district. So we'll look and hopefully they do well.
Good luck to them. And
Yeah.
cross country, I know they just had a meet this last week on Sunday, and the postseason's about to come up. The regular season just ended, so good luck to them as they move on to the postseason, hopefully to state. And that's all we got for you this week.
Yeah, have a good 3-day weekend, and good luck to all our teams this week.